Hello Flosstube, my name is Helen, my pronouns are she, her. It is Friday the 22nd of July. It's really dark here today because it looks like it's going to rain. We've had a pretty weird week of weather here in the UK. Monday and Tuesday, well, Tuesday was the hottest that it's ever been. It reached like 40 degrees. Down south, not where I am, but it still got up to like 38 degrees here. Which is, I always forget to do this. Amazon. Where was I? 38 Celsius to Fahrenheit. So it got like 100 degrees Fahrenheit here in my corner of England. So it was hot, and we don't have aircon, and the wind was hot. Like it felt like you were in a fan oven. Like I couldn't go outside, and it was hot inside. I didn't like it, and it's scary because this is the new normal now. This isn't like a freak thing. This is anyway. It was just my husband's stuff from Amazon. Nothing exciting. So yeah, it is still hot. It is, what's the temperature now? Well, it's saying it's 16. It feels a little bit warmer, but the humidity, we're like 80% humidity. I don't deal with the humidity. So yeah, it sucks. Of course, I'm still drinking my tea. This might be a quick one. It might not be, depending on how I go. I feel like I've not done a lot of stitching, but I'm looking at my notes here, and I think I have done a lot of stitching. So we'll see. First things first, let's pull a card. Okay, and we pulled the Four of Wands. This is a good card. This is a card of stability in your work, is how I look at it. I will see. I'm trying more just to like see the cards as they are, and then maybe like get a new perspective or something from the book. But it's like, it's a good card. Like you've got four corners of your foundation that you're on. You're building that, or you're like, your gut is good in what you're creating, or your physical work, or what you're working on right now. Let's see what the book says. I'm so hot. Elation, celebration, satisfaction. The wand suit often requires focus and intensity to steer your creativity towards something concrete, but the Four of Wands invites you to take your passionate energy and channel it into pure joy. The Four of Wands of this card creates a sturdy structure under which you can celebrate and just feel alive, surrounded by good company. Let your inner fire burn brightly and feel the elation of a good party. I'm not invited to any parties. Are you? It's good. It's a good card. Happy card. Tell me if that speaks to you. I'll put it up here. And speaking of tarot cards, I went to the hair salon last night, feeling sassy. And I did a little tarot pull for some of the girls there. I have a little like mini deck that I put in my handbag, and we got to talking about one of the girls, like something that she's going through, and I was like, oh, that sounds like a time when I would take my tarot cards out to kind of give me a little bit direction. And she was like, oh, I love tarot. I've never had it done, but I follow these people on TikTok, and it's really, I was like, oh, well, if you wanted, I could give it a go. I'm not a professional, but I would like to practice, and if you're open to it, then maybe we could. And I don't know, I was able to like put together what she had pulled, and it kind of made sense. And I think I need to get better at like asking those questions when I'm reading for someone else. When you're pulling for yourself, you have that internal monologue, so it just automatically does it. When you're pulling it for someone else, you need to have that conversation, actively have that conversation. So I think it was good. I don't really get to pull for a lot of people, so that was fun. But this isn't a tarot YouTube, this is a cross stitch YouTube. So let's start. Last time I left you, I was working on my modern folk embroidery Move Forward in Love. So I finished the medallion here in the middle, and I put it in this tiny hoop because it fit, and it's on my wall, and I'm happy that it's there. I haven't finished the back. This was the stitching that I started and didn't want to finish. I haven't ripped it out or anything. Excuse me. I love this. I just love the energy that it has. So I did all the call for colours. I didn't fill in the words. That's just the white of the fabric coming through, because as I said when I was talking about this before, I feel like that's the unfinished bit, and there's always work to do around pride and inclusivity, and keep pushing for it. We can't stand still. So that for me represents that. And now it's on my wall, and I get to look at it and be happy with it, rather than fighting with it to finish the stitching when this is the most important bit for me. So yeah, I'm happy. So I just put a little hook on my wall, and it sits there. So that was that. So that was Modern Folk Embroideries Move Forward in Love, Sal. All call for 28 count, 1/1. I think it was. It's tiny. Tiny cute. I love it. So that's why I finished that just as I finished my last filming. So that's my most recent finish. And when I finished that, I wanted to finish the section of autumn leaves that I showed you last time. So this is where I got to. So, excuse me, I filled in the sky around the house, and I think that was it. I don't know if I've got any more back here. So this is Autumn Leaves by Prairie Schooler. It's 2/2 on a 28 count Zweigart natural linen, which I absolutely love. It's so soft and it's just so nice, such a nice colour. So yeah, glad that I finished that, and then when I put it back on the Q-snap, I can do the rest of the bottom, because it's like this somewhere is the middle. So there's like another house here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 along here, more words and everything. So yeah, really happy with that. It stitches really quickly. It's so easy. It's like a really nice one, and I like that. So yeah, all the called for DMCs And I'm quite liking my back on this one. I'm not usually precious about my backs, but it's good if you ask me. No one's gonna see it when it's framed, but yeah, really happy with that one. So that was like a semi-finish to finish off that section of it. So when I come back to it, I can move the Q-snap and just focus on the next bit. Oh, so hot. It's really hot up here in, we call it the office, but it's a bedroom. And when we started renovating the house, we put loads of extra insulation in the loft because it was quite a drafty house, and you can tell it's working when it's this hot and the heat just stays in, which is good for the winter, not too good for the summer. So yeah, it's always hotter up here, so I've been working downstairs in the living room for the past couple of days, just trying to keep cool. It's hot. Am I looking shiny? What's next? Ow. So this is a project that lives in the same project bag as my autumn leaves. So when I had finished that night, I still wanted to stitch. So instead of coming up and picking a new project bag, I just worked on this because it was in the same project bag. So this is the Primitive Hair Miss Harriet Cotton Tail. I can't remember. It's part of a set of 4: cotton, linen, silk, and wool. And this is the fabric, if you remember, if you watched, I dyed, it was an antique white. I dyed it with coffee and then put these like coffee grounds on it, so it got this like mottling. And I'm happy with how it turned out. It's not the called for fabric. The called for fabric's a lot grungier. But I am doing the uncalled for colours, so I will talk you through these ones that I've actually stitched so far. And these were just ones that I picked out of my stash that kind of fit the aesthetic. I've kind of gone with a different, if I put the pictures of how they should look, like cotton and wool are like inverted, so this dress is red, and then the wool one is this grey with like the highlights of red rather than the red and the highlights of grey. And then linen and silk are similar, but I think they're more like really muted, and I've put a green in there, so I will like turn it green and I can't remember, green and a light green, and invert those as well. So it's a similar kind of theme. But so this is this a 32 count? I think it's a 32 count antique linen overdyed with coffee. So the black for the shoes is Gentle Arts Raven, and I have 2 skeins of that, which I think will be plenty. And it's only in certain lights that I notice that the Raven has got like that green undertone to the black, but I don't think you can really see it here. I don't think it's like a big deal, but Raven would be good if you needed like a greeny black. In my dye lot anyway, as we know with overdyes. This grey is Gentle Arts Tin Bucket, and I really like the variegation on here because it is like the underskirt, and it kind of shows like the shadows and the light spots as the dress would fall, I think. And then this red is a limited edition Carrie's Creations red that I think I got off Stash and Load, so I don't know what it is. I don't have more. This is the issue with this. I haven't calculated exactly how much floss I need, so I'm just winging it. I think I have enough to finish this dress. Whether I'll have enough of this particular red to do the highlights of the red on the wool pattern, I don't know. I might have to find like a closer substitute, but I think there will be enough for this dress at least. And yeah, as Michelle Bendy says, I like them stripy. I really like this. I really like how it's turning out. It's so much nicer than just doing one solid colour. This basket is Classic Colourworks Pebble Beach. That was left over from Needleworker, Little House Needleworks. And the white for the bunny and the little ribbon is Khaki Mocha Classic Colourworks. So I might need some more of that, but I think that's quite easy to get and it's not very variegated, so it should be okay to get a second skein if I need it and not worry too much about the dye lots. So yeah, I really like this. Again, it's quite a quick stitch. I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking it's bigger than I thought they might be. I should have maybe done like a 40 count, because it's 2 over 2 on 32 count. I'm thinking like if I put it, that's okay. Because I want to finish them all the same, and I'm thinking of doing like as it is on the cover on like a piece of wood, like mount it on a piece of wood. I might get my husband, he likes playing with wood. He's not a carpenter or anything, but he just likes playing, so I might get him to shape some bits of wood and varnish them for me. And then just mount them on and see. But yes, I'm hoping to get all of these finished. Like you know me, I love series of stuff. I like doing the whole set. So I would like to get all of these finished quite quickly, or at the same time at least, so I can then have the wood and then put the wood on and then display them all at the same time, rather than just have this one sit alone for a couple of years or whatever. So yeah, really enjoying that one. I do enjoy like my little floss away bags compared to like my full coverages and other things that I have on everything on bobbins. It works for me to have over dyes in floss away bags and just DMC on bobbins. It's okay to do both. I think there's quite a heated issue going on, a heated debate, should I say, at the minute with bobbins versus drops, and I'm just like, hey, do what you want to do. You do you. You do what makes you happy. Both of them make me happy. If both of them make you happy, find a way to use both. There is no right or wrong in cross stitch. Some people feel like they're gatekeepers, and they're not. You didn't invent cross stitch. Next, I worked on my chatelaine. So if you don't already know, Kitschy Whips and Fibre Arts Amy host the hashtag Chatelaine Wednesdays. I don't normally stitch on my chatelaine on a Wednesday, but I can on a Thursday because the baby stays at my dad's house, so I can get all of my stuff out. But like I could get it out on a Wednesday night when she's gone to bed. Hopefully she's having a good night. Then work on it during the day Thursday whilst working, and then good chunk of it on Thursday night. So that's how I'm kind of following this Chatelaine Wednesdays, because I don't work on it enough and I love it, and I've loved working on this little section. I think I got stuck for a little bit, and then I'm happier. So I was working on this little section. I've broken it up into pages, so I'm working, I think the page goes up to here actually, because I've done the black work here, and then I think it goes down to here somewhere. So I've done quite a bit since last time. I'm getting quite bad at putting before and afters, but sometimes I just don't, so apologies. But so these threads are hanging because this is in the next page, and I wanted to make sure that this kind of all lines up. I'm not too worried about miscounting on this. Like, I'm worried about miscounting, but I don't think it's as easy to miscount in this. So yeah, slowly getting by, and just like doing this bit, and this is a bit of a hump, these ones. And there's like, what, 6 more of them to go, and the rest of this 7th one, or 5 more to go. Not bad as I thought. But yeah, I think in the pattern, and this is all DMC, little bits of Petite Treasure braids, but it's quite easy. It's just a big patch of meh. So I think getting over that and then starting on this little bit, that's a bit more exciting. And the black work, because it's different. I knew the style of the black work was different, but I thought it was in the same colour, so that was exciting as well. I haven't even told you about it. This is Chatelaine Amazing Kaleidoscope Lavender Garden. I think that's the whole title. I'm doing this on a 32 count pearl grey, I think it is. All the called for colours. I mean, this is a massive 17 by 17 Q snap. It just fits. Just fits here and here, so I won't have to move it, hopefully. I'm excited to get here, and then I know at least it's right this way, and then we'll see at the bottom. So yeah, I'm doing all the stitching first, and then I'm going back and beading at the end, and I'm very excited for that because it's going to totally change it with all the sparkles, and I'm very excited for that. Yeah, so that is my Chatelaine Amazing Lavender Garden Kaleidoscope. I can't remember which order those words go in. So I finished stitching on that last night for like this little section, and then I got this out. I didn't do much last night, but I've done a bit this morning. Not a lot, but I haven't worked on it in quite a long time, and I wanted to. So this is Alphonse Mucha Moon and Stars. There are 4 panels that I'm doing all on one piece of fabric with a little gap in between. This is on 25 count vintage Stormy Night. Oh, I can't remember. It's full coverage. It's from what I think is an illegitimate source, so I won't reveal that. I was starting to fill in some more down here, but I think I've got rid of like 4 colours from the like finished fall colours today, just by filling in some random bits, and then I can take it out of my box and put those bobbins away. And I've just got like a million of this dark brown 3877 or whatever it is. And I love stitching 25 count. I'm doing 1/1. It works really well for me. And it's such a nice change from doing 2/2 and doing chatelaines with you doing your specialty stitches. It was just a nice change. So not a whole lot of progress on this one, but I will carry on working with this for a little bit longer. Did I mention it's hot? I think that's it. I don't have any haul, which I'm glad about because I need to not be getting haul right now. I need to be working on what I've got. I hit 500 subscribers. Thank you very much. So thank you if you're new. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for subscribing. It's lovely to see people wanting to see me again. If you have any comments or questions, I am going to try and update my description because I realised there was no description last time, I think, and I would like to just put all of my projects below and then add specifics for that video, but that might take a bit of time, but I would like to do that. If anyone has any tips on that, please let me know, and if you have any questions in the meantime, I will happily answer them for you. That's it. It's a quickie today. Be good to yourself. Celebrate wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I hope you have a good day.